got nothing to prove. Let's move. That's one supply to people with the groove. Let's move.
Hard tracks remind me of blacks with hard facts. These are facts. Drowning in the swamp like R-Tax. Boston the fear facts. Chill, watch Miramax flicks. Then I start to get sick. Hail drop. Take 39 like the Hail Bob. 4 teachers, 1 meal cop. Then the atmosphere will get real hot.
My flow is like torrential downpours making steel rock. We pros whose credentials drown yours on the real blocks. It's not coincidental that we tour some real spots. Appeal, I can never take it for granted. Write a memo and hand it to your receptionist. The game's about to change, here come the perceptionist.
I'm a genie, the next time you see me it's Ouija. It's easy, I'm folding this dimension and breeze it. Event Horizon, Miles Bennett, Dyson, M.
Channel 3 be advised. We just received a report of a speeding vehicle heading southbound on Chancellor Way. Units in the area to start up.
Never gonna stop trying to get it, dude. Never turn my back on my city. Never let the money stop with me. I'ma never stop hollering at the sense go. And 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 the sense go. Can I say something? Go. And the two, you and I. And the sense go. Hey, homie, you don't wanna get familiar with us. No, but you would give me and my rush. I'm sick of all you unfortunate supposed to be in bed with telling stories about your life when I was not how it was. Yeah, I'm sure cause this back in the days with the back in your when you was out there getting paid with the pay with the you get the when you hitting the dead, it's not your beat. Go. Yeah, you know I'm from the know you, but you do not know me. Quit eyeballing, big it down for you do not own me. You don't want to know what I've been thinking of. You better go ahead on and find you another spot to chill, cause I've been giving dust. We see a light and everything ain't great. It's like everybody mind is in the same old state, you know? Although I knew I quit his revenues, I'ma tell you 4 nigga things I'ma never do. Never gonna stop trying to get it, dude. Never turn my back on my city. Never let the money go with me. I'ma never stop hollering at the sense go. And 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 the sense go. UTP, come on. UTP, come on. From the 3 to the 17, hey, yo, we doing it big. It's together, you know, Wacko and Juvenile is. New Orleans, see, I'ma rep that, cause these my peep. You can pick up some bad habits hanging in these streets. Heavy talking at this and that, showing your teeth. Walking around you like you took care and you handled your beat. Pose it off cause you wanna come talk to me. To show me the live, give me something involved for me. I take it back to where the big timers were pushing this shit. When they football dickie suits like it was regular jobs. For Club Adidas goes down in the used to be back. And Newton started popping and it started from started. We used to do this, Dukes in the back. We had 4 rules in life and I can promise you that I'm a run. Never gonna stop trying to get it, dude. Never turn my back on my city. Never let the money go with me. I'ma never stop hollering at the sense go. And 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 the sense go.
Player, why you mugging them? Let that go. Let her bounce with a 06 coat. Let her wild out and flick it up for disco. Let me gas up, get down and get goes. Ain't looking for them. I like to get your stupid trying to stand here and lift toes. Good girls love G's, that's how they go. The squad needs to tighten up and get low. I know you heard her. I'm getting dough. Let me check my palm pilot. I get. Let me check my squad wallets. We getting close. My squad up in the crowd wallet. They split mode. Drive 5 to 5-5, forget a foe. 5-5 and another 5, you get a show. 15 and another 5, you get something to show. You're hustling, you're black pop, you get some more. super song for the cause. Feel a load in your brain for the episode. And we're just begun. Brother Black, the beat is back. And you don't, I won't. If you're still, I will take 3 jams and hold them. This what I told them. Rock the other side, the sucker lied. Said he was shocking, but never tried it. So I took him away, I never stayed, y'all. He made a jam to get your slam back to back in the place with a sucker.